We think the jury, not what we think, the jury is gonna favor Morgan. Let's see. They gotta get Morgan out with 3 vetoes and an HOH. Yeah, and then let alone when it even wasn't her HOH, she had influence. You know, like she got Lauren put up, and she could argue that she controlled Vince's HOH in a way, which is crazy. It was crazy, you know. Yeah, I hope Keanu wins the next upcoming HOH. HOH. That was insane. That was truly insane. Let's see. Wait, what was the poll? I totally forgot the poll. Yeah, crazy. Okay, what did you think about? Okay, what did you think about? Let's run another poll here. What did you think? Happy face, you like Kelly's exit speech. Sad face, you didn't like it. She called Vince out, saying, "Hey, Vince is in all these alliances." Someone finally pointed. She even said, like, she just said, "I think I was being annoying to the house," and like the fact that, yeah, it's interesting that she was aware of the situation there. Vince and Morgan need to go. I mean, yeah, like Vince is game-wise because she has a way better resume than Vince. Yes, Vince won 3 HOHs, but I think the house is gonna like Morgan a little bit more. But I don't know. It's hard to say. I think Morgan, people are gonna favor it because some people are gonna be a little bit hurt about Vince's how he played versus. Am I glitching? Am I glitching, guys? Glitching, guys? Am I glitching? No one. I only see one person saying I'm glitching. Nah, yup. Okay, let's run a poll then. Let's run a poll. Yeah, happy face, I am not glitching. Sad face, I am glitching. Sad face, I'm glitching. Happy face, I'm not glitching. So I just want to see. Oh wow, already. Oh, half of you are having glitching problems. That's not good. That is not. It's fixed now. It's fixed. Please tell me it's fixed. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think Lauren had potential. It's just it was rough. Like if she didn't throw the veto, potentially Morgan potentially would have haven't gone home. Keanu wouldn't have been upset, wouldn't have been targeting Lauren. And, you know, it's like those small moves could just impact your whole game, you know? But that's the game. It's like once you mess up, there's nothing you can do after that, which is crazy. Let's see. What is up, guys? Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. She's been crying all week. That affects comps. What do you mean? Like, I think... So I was thinking about this, right? So Keanu... Everyone loves Keanu, right? I mean, outside the house. And originally I said he needs to keep... I think it would be ideal for him to take Kelly to the final 2 because he has a higher chance of winning. Now... I think his best chance of Keanu winning this season is to take Ava and argue that he's played more game than Ava did. That's his best chance, I think. Keanu winning this game. Will he recognize that, though? I don't know yet. Zero clue. Let's see. You think Keanu would beat Vince? Well, we could think about the jury vote. Who's in jury right now? Let's see. I don't have... Okay, so we should update the back with jury votes. I have this back side here, but that's not with jury. So we have Rachel. Well, I could see Rachel giving it to Keanu, but I don't know if against Vince, maybe. I don't know. It's hard because maybe I actually think that maybe they will respect Vince's game. Maybe, or maybe they're. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to be in the minds of this season's jury. It really is. Like, we can't predict what this jury is gonna think. You know what I mean? Like, let's be fair, because I mean, I think this is probably one of the most like highest viewerships, like one of the highest viewerships like for the season. And I think it's just because it's so messy. You can't predict what's gonna happen. You want to know like it's not predictable. It's not, and that brings views, right? So it's like you want to look away, but you just can't. There's so much drama. What's up? What? Okay. Let me see. Who was the hardest to live with in the house? No, I don't really see anybody. I mean, some was more considerate than others, but I mean, it was nothing like too crazy. Um, let's see. Yeah, Kelly and Key and Lauren are gone. Yes, they're gone. They were both evicted. And if Zack ever joins, I will update the board when he's here. But we both lost the number tonight. But
I'm sad as well. How do I invite?
a good enough a feat. And I have my answer. What's your answer though?
I
Before
mean,
I
if
say,
if we're talking about the scenario between like if that's what she says and Keanu's on the block or on the final two next to her, right? Keanu just has so much that he can talk about. He can talk about his underdog story. He can talk about, he won so many different comps. He pulled himself out ever since week 2, right? And so I feel like Ashley will need a little bit more when she talks to people, more so than just saving herself against Will. But that's just my opinion. And it also just depends on the viewpoint of people in jury. I mean, like, we're talking about this as fans now outside of the house, but like, what is like the actual stance? How does Will feel? Will was really close with Ashley in the game. Does he feel like that she actually did enough in this game to win compared to somebody like a Keanu who continuously pulled himself out? That's like the question, right?
yeah. Well, I heard that Will wasn't really campaigning for himself, and he told Ashley, "It's okay if you campaign against me.
Mm.
Like, it's okay." So, like, at the same time, yes, Ashley did get the votes to flip, but was it that hard if Will wasn't putting up a fight? Like, he didn't, you know what I mean? Like, at
Yeah.
that moment.
So Ashley's had really good reads this season. Like, she's talked to the
I
feeds,
agree.
the cameras and everything like that. If her story at the end is able to clock all of those reads and say it to everybody, then I feel like she does have a chance. But that's the only way. Like, that's the scenario that she has to go through if she's going to beat somebody like Keanu, right? So if she's able to bring that to light, it's like you were saying at the beginning, like, she's going to have to go that route and talk about how much she actually knew in the house to the jury. And then the jury would be like, okay, well, that makes more sense of where you were in
Yeah.
this current game. So I feel like that's the way that she has to go at this point.
Now, here's the thing. So I could see if they both got in the jury, I feel like Ashley's questions would be, what moves have you made
Yes.
that were yours? For Keanu, I'd feel like, what did you do other than win your way to the end?
Yeah, like what was your social game?
That would be what the
Yeah.
jury I would predict is like, okay, what did you do? Did you just predict is like, okay, what did you do? Did you just win all these? I feel like he done a little bit more than just win. Of course, he had to win when he needed to because he was always a target. Um, but not saying he does talk to the house. He does try to make an effort. He does campaign for himself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
the best? I don't know, but he's trying. He's
He's
playing.
trying.
Yeah.
He's trying. He's trying. And if he's able to give up if he's able to give specific circumstances with people that are currently in the jury of how his social game improved with them specifically, I feel like that will help a lot. Right. And so, like, let's say that Vince, and in this scenario, Vince and Morgan are both there in jury. If he's able to give specific scenarios, how he was able to align with them towards the end, especially right now, and like kind of change his trajectory to kind of separate himself, then I feel like that will go a long way with the people. But he's obviously going to have to appease everybody in that jury, right? He's going to have to bring up the situation of like frenemies with Rachel and all that types of stuff, right? And so, if we're talking about social game, I think that's the route that he does have to go. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, I feel like Keanu has a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I said I was gonna update the board. So I know it's not the best, but we lost. I lost my last pick, Kelly.
yeah,
And you lost your second to the last pick, Lauren. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So now this is the current draft pick. I'm still ahead by one player, but anything goes. You still have Morgan, because again, the whole point isn't to make it to the final two, but to win the game.
To win. And she is, in my opinion, she is the front runner right now. Morgan is the front runner.
Yeah, if she could get there. If she could get there, yes, I agree. Like, I think if she's, no matter who she is up against, I think she's gonna win. Like, if she gets to those final chairs, no matter what, I think she has a good argument. Now her goal should just be to get there.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I do agree with that. But it's going to be the type of scenario, right? Like, let's say they get to the final three. Let's say it's Vince, Ashley, and Morgan. Ashley may just go to Vince and be like, hey, after what Kelly said and after everything that's happened, it may be best for you to take me to the final two, you know? And so, like, I could see Ashley pulling out a win in that scenario, like, for sure, if she's up against Vince, because then she can go up against Vince and say, every single one of your HOHs was run by Morgan. And she can clock that. She can talk about those scenarios that we were just talking about earlier, where she had these really good reads with everybody in the house. And so, I think Morgan is the front runner, but you know, I feel like people could easily turn on her very, very last second. So in my opinion, right now, I think they're going to probably gun for Keanu to get out first. But if it gets to that final scenario, then, you know, I could see Ashley wanting to take Vince rather than Morgan. I could see her wanting to take Ava rather than Morgan. And so
I think Ashley would want to take Ava, but she's not. Well, she's been working close with Ava, so I could see her trying to work with Ava and try to pin Keanu and Morgan against each other. I think that would be the best bet for her.
I do agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. And I would, if I was her, she's going to do this. She's probably going to plant seeds. You know, like once you get to that point, I feel like she will plant seeds of being like, hey, it's probably best for my game. Or she may go to Morgan and say, hey, you know, it may be better for you to take me, but you know, all that types of stuff. And so, We'll see. We'll see.
I'm sorry that Lauren got evicted, Zack.
No, I appreciate that.
I know you're rooting for her, so I know. But I did say on mine that I think she definitely had potential, but of course, like I said, like if she had won that veto, potentially Morgan would have gone home that week, potentially, because they still had the blockbuster. And then if Vince had won, Lauren wouldn't have touched it. But also at the same time, if she kept the noms the same, Keanu wouldn't have been gunning for Lauren.
Which are we talking about? What scenario? Like, are we talking about
the week prior?
Are we talking about Vince's HOH or what are we talking about?
It was whose HOH? It was Lauren's HOH.
Oh, you're talking about BB Comics. You're talking about if she actually won the veto instead of like, you know, selling it, basically just not wanting to win.
That would have made a huge difference, because even if she had she could have won it, kept it the same, whether Morgan went home or not, at least Keanu wouldn't have been against Lauren. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah.
And then Vince would break that tie in Lauren's favor.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it hurt her before the veto even happened. She was telling some people that Keanu was her fourth nom, and so that was in her head as she was playing the comp, and so that's why she stalled. She wasn't pressing the button, and so yeah, I mean, like, we have this outside perspective, of course. Like, you got so much stuff going on in your head while you're in the house, and so. So yeah. But yes, I do agree the trajectory would be completely different if she kept noms the same, and then people would have probably been gunning for Morgan just because Morgan has been playing this game and playing it well, you know? And so yeah, the trajectory of the season could have been totally different. So
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of little things. What did you think about that double eviction veto? Did you find the mastermind every single time?
every single time. Every single time. The hardest point that I had, and I had like, when I was looking at it, there was like a couple seconds before I spotted him, was the one that Lauren got wrong. So it was like the second to last round. I think it was the BB
Okay.
Blasters one. I think it was B. I could be wrong,
It
but
was B, yeah, B. Yeah, it was B.
yeah,
I
and
saw
so that was probably the most difficult one. But I was telling people here, they probably had 3 different TVs set up with wider images. That's just my guess because they had like when we were there, they had multiple TVs and they probably shrunk it just a little bit for us. So they could have made it just a little bit harder.
And it was smaller and it was easier. I don't know.
It was
I
very
did-
easy just staring at the screen right there with the split screen. And so that's my guess, in my opinion. I don't know.
The second to the first one, the second one, or I guess the second one, I didn't find it, but I think it was C. I couldn't find that one. There was one where I was like, dude, it just was too fast. I was like, do these people have like, I don't know. It was honestly, it was pretty short. I felt like it was pretty short. But the second, but I guessed correctly though. All I knew is that. But that one I was like, fudge. I was like, I couldn't find it. But the first one, yeah, I think it was a little easy. Because it was like, but out of those, like, I don't remember like which order they went, but.
The veto felt
I'm not watching the feeds right now. They said the feeds are back up. What are the feeds showing? Is it juicy right now? Should I pull it up? But they said yup or what? Is it juicy
right now?
Is it juicy, chat? I need a poll. I'm gonna run a poll real quick. Happy face is juicy. Sad face is not juicy. If not, I'll pull it up right now. But yeah, dude, the numbers are dwindling. We'll see who wins. I don't think there's going to be an HOH tonight. So, but I heard Mastermind. It's not going to be double eviction next week, but rather I think it's going to be a Mastermind twist.
Interesting.
Again.
Do you think it's going to be another elimination?
I think so. They said, if I remember correctly, so it's going to be one regular elimination, but the Mastermind is back for, I guess, a twist or something like that. So I'm assuming it could be another elimination or yeah, because I don't think it's double eviction. Well, technically, I don't know. Whatever, however you want to call it.
How excited are you to see everybody in 10 days? Guys, we got 10 days till the finale. How excited are you to see everybody?
10 days, dude. That's not a lot.
I
We're
know.
gonna be back on stage. It's gonna be crazy to be like still on stage and look at the door. It's like, fudge. I don't know. I would be like, fudge, man, the door's right there.
Just want to walk in. You just want to walk in?
Yeah, man. I mean, I got so used to the house. At this point, it's like, it's fine. I'll cry about it later. No, but I mean, yeah, it's gonna be exciting. We're all gonna be there, probably. Yeah, because that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity, bro. We're gonna all be there again. Because the only time that was first week.
Yeah.
Week 1. After that, I don't know how likely. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But like, I'm excited to see everybody talk about the game. But most likely, it's gonna be weird because the people in jury are gonna come out back in the world, and not only do they have a lot to catch up on, but like they're also gonna be thrown in interviews. They're gonna be also thrown into like the aftermath of like what happens, because for us, we have the luxury of like getting back to life, taking a second,
Absolutely.
and then going back, and then they just get out of the game, and then they have so much. I can't even imagine how much they're gonna have to. Their phones are gonna be blowing up. Life is gonna be crazy for them when they get out.
Absolutely.
sure.
I mean, I was in there for what, 5 weeks? They were in there like for 3 months. So yeah, it's going to be very overwhelming for them. It was overwhelming for me, but I was in there not even close to the amount of time that they were in there for. So it will be a lot. I am excited to see everybody. I don't know what all. I can't say much else outside of that for what's going to happen that night. But I will say this though: Adrian and I are trying to get to the Amazing Race premiere in Los Angeles on the 25th. So we're trying to get flights for that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. That's when I think everybody in the cast will be there. And yeah, and I know Amy's going to be there as well. She just texted us in a group chat. I know you were live when she texted us, but
yeah,
that'll be a lot of fun as well. So we'll see what happens.
I'm pulling up lives right now. Someone says that there might be a live endurance HOH tonight. I don't know if that's true or not.
Pressure
I
cooker.
don't know. Imagine, dude, that'd be crazy. Ava and Vince. It's just Ava and Vince right now.
Okay,
But,
gotcha.
yeah, I have the feeds on now, but I'm gonna mute them right now. But that was such an action-packed thing. Oh my lord. I'm gonna have to. I feel like this the blockbuster. I was like, oh, that's gonna be so easy to make. It's like I'm probably just gonna get a ladder and just throw off the top or something. like I don't need to build a whole set for that. But I was like, those balls are hard to find though. But
Yeah, I feel
they're
that.
not hard to find. They're just expensive. Like those foam ones. I'm pretty sure they're like the foamy ones. Anyways.
Yeah, you're not talking about this most recent Veto. You're talking about the last one that happened yesterday, right?
Well, the blockbuster, the only blockbuster tonight.
Gotcha.
But after this point, it was top 6, so that means everyone guarantees at least one chance of safety versus like being backdoored where you didn't win the veto or you didn't play in veto, so you didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
So technically, you could win your way to the end.
Yeah.
This is the only season that you could literally win your way to the end.
You could.
Yeah. This is the only season. Unless it happens next season exactly the same, that's the only one. Which is actually crazy. But
I know. So I've been live for about 3 hours, including the live episode. So I'm about to hop off. But it was great meeting you great meeting you. It's great seeing you as always. I will see you. I will see you the 22nd. So Monday, right? You're flying into Atlanta?
yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys have anything that you want Adrian and I to do while we're here, I know we've got a podcast to do. We've got a photo shoot. We're probably going to go see Mickey as well. I think Matt wants to link up as well. So we got a lot going on, guys, while he's here. And then we're going to try to book it on the 25th, the morning of, to Hollywood and to Los Angeles, and then going to see the Amazing Race premiere. And we'll be over there until the 28th. Maybe the 29th? I got no clue. So it's a lot going on.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I'm about to be busy off the wazoo, bro. Like, this is gonna be a busy week. This is gonna be a busy week for sure.
Embrace it. Embrace it. Absolutely.
But yeah, I think once you head out, I'm gonna do some live feed reactions. I think people like that from yesterday.
I got you. Well, if you guys want to stay up and in my chat and check out live feeds and what Adrian's saying, then stay up. I'm about to pass out. I'm exhausted. So love you guys so much, Adrian. I'll see you in a little bit. Talk to you guys later. Peace.